Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead Cast. We have a 2v2 for you all here on Flag Term on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Axis, we have Robertus as Panzerjäger Tactics for the Waffen-SS and Eugen as Jäger Tactics for the Waffen-SS. Representing the Soviet Union, we have Captain Airstrike as Shock Division and Professor as Tank Division. Oh boy, this is some interesting mix. Jäger and Panzerjäger versus Shock and... what was the other one? Shock and Tank. That is a lot of potential late-game units coming onto the field here. Once we have basic Soviet starts, though, conscripts flooding into the park to secure ground for the Soviet Union against the Germans. Looks like we have 17 SS Division Grenadiers coming onto the fields. A cheaper unit you get access to if you're playing as SS Panzerjäger. You don't have to rely entirely on the expensive Sturm Grenadiers. You also have like the SS Fallschirmjäger Pioneers coming in here for Eugen, so we're seeing a lot of the unique doctrinal infantry straight out the gates, which is good to see. Generally some people tend to skip these, which I think can be somewhat of a shame, but these are not really the best infantry, but they're cheap. And they're good at supplementing your force and getting some terrain. And the Soviets are just going for basic starts, conscripts, while someone is going into Frontoviki, which is generally a good idea. Frontoviki have much better quality troops than conscripts are. And you really take the fight to most of the enemies. Conscripts will only get you so far, really. But conscripts are still very useful throughout the entire match, really. They can be amassed cheaply. And they're pretty good if they get enough numbers at close range. Like here, but the issue is the enemy does have a Sturmgewehr, but they're being overrun now. Sturm Pioneers know they have to get out of there. Ooh, Fallschirmjäger Pioneers taking some heavy shots there from the Sabers. Full Wagner is here to suppress though. But the rifles could get close enough to shoot out the gunner. And one more conscious if I get the center of the park here. Another Kubelwag nearby. Gunner wounded, that's a big deal. It all comes down to the lock of the RNG with the dice roll. Yeah, there we go. They killed the driver as well. Kubelwagen can be a very costly investment. Well, not really costly. The Kubelwagen is not very expensive to my knowledge. Can't even see it here in the list, I think. Oh, cannot even see it here. And we now have the Frontoviki here, much better infantry. They definitely take the fight to these Fallschirm Pioneers. And well, the 17th has also got the Sturm Grenadier to support. You guys see Arne with Sturmgewehrs if you're playing as Panzerjäger, which is a pretty big deal. That's also what they're doing straight out the gate. Oh, we have a tank hunter here for the USSR. On the northern flank. Armed with a PTRS, an anti-tank rifle. Very powerful AT rifle here. They deal with basically all German light vehicles. Also, we have an MG34 coming out here for the Waffen-SS. Kubelwagen got destroyed there, denying the Germans to get it again. Sturmgewehr is setting up here with the Sturmgewehrs. And soon the firefight will commence when the smoke there clears. They're already opening fire now with the Sturmgewehr slowly. They'll definitely win that engagement just because of the prolonged firefights. And these are just way better infantry. Conscripts do not do well at long range power. Oh, we do have a Maxim here already equipped with the body armor. Being able to shock. So it's also making a push up through the park here. They're in range of the base defenses though. Suppressing them. And the Fallschirm Pioneers are there to stop them. Conscripts are still trying to deny a lot of stuff behind the line. By just being a menace. Trying to throw an AT grenade. Oh, they actually... the main gun. I don't think the Slapper has the main gun. So, what did it destroy? Did it destroy like the pocket pistol? Of like one of the drivers or something? We also have double shock front Viki coming out the gate already. Very good infantry that are more costly. Armed with semi-auto rifles and body armor. Overall, shock gets some very good stuff for the Soviets if you want to play very quality-based. Much like motorized sometimes, but I think even more than motorized. Just all the shock troopers are very costly. That's not the shock troopers. Ah, he's not even built the special rifle. He's just going to rely on the shock front Viki. Okay. Can be equipped with a lot of nice things, like DPMs and PPS-80s. Nice. You're seeing PPS-80s and SVTs. Well, scoped SVT. That's an interesting mix. I'm going to be excited to see how they fare. The Soviets have been very aggressive though and securing an northern flank here. Fashion Pioneer's going to have a hard time. Sturmgewehr have been called in. Can be equipped with scopes, Sturmgewehr if they're playing as Jägers, we can see. DPMs opening fire and suppressing. You also have some 17 Grenadiers trying to provide some supporting fire. And here comes the actual Storm Grenadiers. Opening fire with the Sturmgewehrs. That actually did a lot of damage in very quick succession. Also, I think a grenade also went in. Huskers are still being a menace up here. One flash going out from the Falcon Pioneers. And the PTS is slowly trying to take some pot shots. Kulak did go down. We're going to use on the flank here, but they're out in the open. And before this equipped here on the Storm Pioneers, which will start to take casualties here. As we can see, cutting down the conscripts. 17 SS Panzer Grenadiers coming onto the field. Unique infantry ability if you're playing as the Panzerjägers. Also a very good infantry squad, can be equipped with a lot of nice weapons. Including the LMG 42 100 rounds. Overall, just a very good infantry squad. We'll soon be arriving here for the Jägers. Maxim has been set up here by the Soviets alongside the PTS. That's going to be a hard person to get rid of. And more conscripts arriving on the battlefield for the armor division. Shock troopers are not doing too well down here. All the Sturmgewehrs are cutting into them. Oh, will the last shock trooper get out of there? Looks like he will. Oh, they got him! Oh my god, the Sturm Pioneers got him! U-60 coming onto the field. It's not looking too well for the Soviets here. Yeah, see the back tech here, so they can actually get the 400 cost shock troopers if they want. Which is some of the best assault infantry in the game, if not the best assault infantry. Looks like we have some Pontivik heading southwards to support their comrade. Maxim moving around here. Heroes are quickly advancing up though. Using a lot of their unique infantry here. We also have a half Sturmfuhrer arriving for the Waffen-SS. Lots of DPMs opening fire. Smoke grenade going out probably to prepare for retreats. There we go, that's what you want to do. You want to smoke your retreat so you don't suffer losses. Oh, but the 17th Grenadiers just got cut down there in the open road. Here's the T-60, Soviet light tank armed with an autocannon. Very potent. Let's see, how Sturmfuhrer. He provides a lot of boosts for the infantry by the looks of it. And reduces the accuracy of enemy vehicles. Fascinating. But T-60 will cause a lot of issues. Russian Pioneers are trying to push northwards here. Armed with Flammenwerfers and all kinds of other equipment. Sturmfuhrer has also been equipped with Gewehr 43s to increase his combat effectiveness. T-60 is surviving though. They do have the Panzerfaust 30 on the Storm Pioneers here, which is a unique upgrade available to them if you're playing as Jäger. Allows them to deal with vehicles. Will he get it off? Yes, he will! Destroying the T-60. Sometimes it surprises people when the Storm Pioneers get a Panzerfaust. It's not something you normally see on them after all. Yes, the Panzer is holding here, already equipped with the MD42 100 rounds. Maxim suppresses MG34 though. Not gonna do much. It's trying to fire back, but I don't think it'll win that engagement. Not unless some assistance comes its way. Oh, we are seeing Storm Grenade here, so moving to flank. Throwing a grenade. The fact that Storm Grenade is interfering, MG34 gets out of there, and the Russians lose a Maxim. We do have another C60 on the field though. This Professor really wants to use the autocannons today. SS is preparing to move again. They have an Aufklart to keep an eye on the front line. E34 arriving for Captain Airstrike. After that, Airstrike has lost a lot of units actually to the 17th SS. E60 is just riding around. Fontaviki arriving at the front line. We have a Panzerjäger arriving as well here. With double Panzerschreck. Ooh, they missed. But there might be another Panzerfaustschreck, except no, it's not ready yet. I cannot penetrate. But the Soviets still have the upper hand territory-wise with fuel. There's some more shock Fontaviki coming into the field. T-34 has arrived. A little bit of a lull in the fighting for now. Constant's not gonna last long there. Not against the 17 SS Panzer Grenadiers. T-54 coming down here though. Could threaten him with a high explosive shell. Missed though. And Blaine Korbatov's good at retreat. We have SS Fallschirmjägers now arriving. Unique leader infantry able to SS Jäger. Works much like the Wehrmacht Fallschirmjägers. Just they cannot get double FT-42s. They can get a lot of other equipment though to supplement their FT-42s.
Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
T-60 pushing up here with some conscript support. Trying to distract this pack, I guess. Explosive loaded on the pack. Oh, it's not going off though, they keep losing crew. He has to cancel and he has to relocate it. The T-60 is just cutting through him. But the engine is damaged on the T-60. Oh, it cannot hit. Oh, the pack missed! Oh, I think the T-60 might not survive this. Oh, and the pack won out in the end. And they got cleared out by the DPMs. SS Fallschirmjäger Pioneers trying to push up now. One beating Cooper with the ND-15. But I think the DPMs might be too much. Lots of fire going in there. T-54 requiring repairs down here. Robertus assembling more anti-tank equipment. The fighting for this park is pretty intense. So the Bafta is being very determined to hold this park in somewhere in eastern Germany. T-54 pulling back for repairs easier. You have a T-54 76 coming up here. Heavy mortar riding for this shock army. Pretty potent mortar. Definitely will cause issues if they can land anywhere near German infantry. Sturmgewehr being equipped now on the normal grenadiers. Not a potent thing when you're playing as Panzerjäger. But final take-up is coming up here for Robertus. Last truck is also riding for the Jägers from Eugen. So it still hold both fuel points, which I think is somewhat of a big deal. Company is managed to get out of sight. There's another Maxim on the other flank. So they're pinned in by crossfire. Another pack is arriving. Outclass keeping an eye on the Soviets here. Actually, did not see them. They know there's a vehicle there, though. Maxim opening fire up here again. MT-34 setting up. Lots of SSG infantry here that's not being utilized yet. Here's the other T-34. Heavy mortar is time to open fire. They're inaccurate, but if it hits, it's basically a 120mm explosion, which is pretty damn big. So far, does look like there's been any luck. Oh, Aufklass are really close to the Soviets here. Shots are flying straight over them. The Soviets still don't know they're there. Before threatening the northern flank here. But there's a pack 40. Oh, more shock troopers pushing up here. I'm with double DPM. Lots of firepower in one squad. I think those Aufklass are gonna get spotted here. Yeah, they've been spotted. Or Sturmgewehr is trying to push up here to deal with the Soviet shock troopers. Shock trooper out in the open, they might be an easy target. But a double DPM is just being too much. They've also activated for Stalin, so they cannot be suppressed. Not that it matters against Sturmgewehrs.
You can now use propaganda against the enemy again.
T-34 pushing upwards. Lots of DPMs being dropped on the ground here. Something for the Soviet conscripts to grab. But Robertus is being steadily pushed back now. Oh! High mortar shell. Will the Panzerjägers be able to hit? No, they're not. Panzerjägers down. Oh, F8 coming onto the field. Shock trooper assault infantry coming onto the field now. Rather than just normal Panzerwigi. Yes, Jägers is trying to push northwards, but there's too much Maxim fire going on. And all the Fallschirm Pioneers and the Sturm Pioneers have to pull out of there. Looks like a demo charge has been set up here, though. By the Germans, in case any Soviets get by. So Germany have to try to hold up around this little scenic rock area. Ah, demo charge, they're not activated in the proper area. And... oh my god, it cannot shoot from that angle because of the rocks. Oh, it missed. Panzer 4J on the field though. Yeah, Conscripts trying to get up close, but they're being cut down. They're trying to get a grenade on the pack, I think. Oh, penetration on the Panzer 4. Oh, not the Panzer 4, the T-34. T-34 down. F8 pushing up on the Soviet lines. And being equipped with high explosives that definitely punch through the Soviets. Maybe more to avoid being hit. Maxim has not been spotted. Shoot needs to be very cautious here. And Maxim is about to be spotted. Oh, and the Sturmgewehr just ripped them a new one. But the Maxim opened fire and started mowing them down. Shock trying to get close to the F8. And Maxim is not getting out of the field. Yeah, it's down. But the Soviets still seem to have the upper hand. They still control most of the map. The T-34 coming to the field. We have is that stormtroopers we're getting? That's another Zoom grenade, yeah. They have the same icon, which is why I get confused sometimes. They're going out there. Basically killing those conscripts, they have to pull back. F8 is just clearing out all the Soviets in the southern side of the park. You have a Sys gun coming up here. More body armor being equipped, good to see. People like to use their doctrinal upgrades. Sometimes a little bit of an underutilized thing. If you've been in trouble, the Panzer 4J pushing up on it has lost its gun. F8 went down to the T-54 on the southern flank. Our Panzerjägers pushing up. And actual Panzerjägers as well. Missed. The Soviets are slowly being pushed back now by the Germans. Whereas the Waffen-SS is doing a very good counterattack here. Instilled with zeal and ferocity. Or Fallschirmjäger Pioneers being called in as well. Probably the people who actually operate these flak terms or something. Or perhaps there's an airfield nearby they operate from. And here comes the Panzergrenadiers. Being cut into by the DPMs here. But they managed to suppress thanks to the LMG for 100 rounds. But more shock troopers are quickly rushing up. That's 4J pushing up here alongside a lot of German infantry. MP4 is equipped and Sturmgewehr on the SS Fallschirmjägers. That's a lot of assault weaponry. No FG-42s though. So the map is finally becoming even again. It's an even split. So the shock mortars moving up again. We have Tier 4 going out for the Soviet armor, which means we might see IS-2s or KVs of some kind. We also have the final theory on up for shock, but I don't think we're going to see a KV-8, a KV-2. We might, but I don't really bet on it. Oh, that was a high explosive, I think. No, that was a heat cell. But it was a heat cell. Oh, that's a howitzer. The Soviet shock army has set up a howitzer here to bomb the German base. That's gotta be a problem. Because the Soviet howitzer is generally very high caliber. It's 152mm. Ooh, the Sturmgewehr is mowing down the Soviet infantry. That's actually a Veteran 5 Sturmgrenadier. That's a really potent squad. 40% increased accuracy. But the howitzers are threatening the German forward headquarters here. We also have guards on the field now. Motor guards arriving for the Soviet tank regiment. The tank division. Corps, whatever you want to call it. TSS open fire. Oh, it missed! Oh, it cleared it out. Our heavy mortar has to get out of there, but it might be too late. Oh, it hit the wrong target. And I said the Soviet officers, the Soviet heavy officers, T-45 coming out to the field.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Sturmgewehr is just mowing everything down. So the Jägers have stabilized thanks to the efforts of their Fallschirmjäger Pioneers. And this F8 has basically won the southern flank out of after SS, at least until this 85 arrives. This is 76. And he has to switch to AP shells. Panzerfaust going in and then a switch. Oh, perfect switch. 85 is almost on the field though.
Political officers are ready to deploy, Comrade Commander.
AT grenade going out. It's a magnetic grenade. Destroying the F8. Honestly, the magnetic grenade is a little bit awkward because it still homes in, but I guess there's just no way for them to fix it. Or change it. Oh, heavy mortar shell hit near the storm grenadiers.
Patriotic zeal to increase combat effectiveness.
Let's go. Should probably throw a smoke grenade before retreating, but it might be too late at this point. Oh, definitely too late. 85 on the northern flank. That's gonna be hard for the Jays to deal with. Border guards pushing up, armor DPM and scope most nagant. So one is double DPM actually. Lots of DPMs. I'll tell you trying to be called in here by the officer. But he's under heavy DPM fire. Expo's being loaded here, I think. Oh, that was actually a heat. Didn't destroy the pack though. Artillery called in on the guards. Oh, that's costly. That's 4J down. All it takes is one shot from the 85. You don't want to brawl with an 85. Oof. Soviet tanks are pretty potent in the late war, especially the 85mm T-34. Mostly because of its gun. So it's securing that cutoff point again. They now have that 85 of their own. EPMs are still opening fire and getting some pretty clean shots in. That's 4J still present.
Combat engineers are standing by.
The MT-34s on the Panzer 4J is trying to support the Storm Pioneers repairing it, but it might not work too long. Yeah, they have to pull back. The house is also ready to fire again soon, I think. Well, if he wants a full barrage, he can already fire a short one. Now the F8 has arrived, good to see. We have triple Panzerjägers! That's a lot of Panzerschrecks on the field here. Looks like the house is firing in this area. Oof! The shockwave is killing a lot of Germans. And the 85 is trying to move in for the kill now on the F8. But there are Panzerschrecks on the way. Good shot, almost killing it. Well, the Germans also pushing along the other part of the park. This park is being very bloody hectic. Russian Pioneers are doing their best here. Rifle grenade going out. Well, more and more guards are infantry are now arriving for the Soviet Union. And we also have more Storm Grenadiers trying to hold them at bay. F8 pushing up again down here. AT grenade going out though. Destroying it.
A medium tank was destroyed.
'85 with a tank officer now on the top here. Please be very cautious. The armor on the T-45 is not the heaviest, but it is actually pretty decent for its size. Yet it has superior armor to the Panzer IV. '85 up there is ready. Gun cleared. We do have our Jagdpanzer arriving. Yep, that's going to be very hard to deal with from the Soviet angle. This one has an insane amount of armor, frontal armor. And a pretty good gun at that. Same gun as on the Panther, I believe. So now the 85 might actually have trouble dealing with the Germans frontally. Well, the Paks have actually done a good job of keeping the 85 at bay up on this flank. I think the Maxim's trying to get some shots on it from a long range. Doesn't really seem like it's working though. High explosive shell loaded. Very risky move for the T-34. Yeah, it's been dazed. That might be the end of it. Yeah, because the other one can outshoot in. More Fallschirmjäger surviving for the Mthis. The Sturmgewehr has definitely been working out very well for the Germans here. Tapper's pushing forwards, but the Panzer IV is nearby. There's no machine gun on top though. That one pack has been cleared already. And the T-34 arriving here with a lot of guards. Also looks like a howitzer shield landed here. Oh, flanking shot did not penetrate from the pack. Oh, good shot there from the pack. But the Panzer IV still got decrewed by a 85mm shell. The Guards infantry is killing most of the opposition. Jagdpanzers on the southern flank here, just keeping an eye out. Looks like this howitzer has done a good job for the Soviets, already destroying one of the HQ buildings. And off flank is looking quite deserted now by the German side. They've lost a lot of troops there. Oh, Amarak! Amarak from the CIS! Very nice to see there. Oh, Jagdpanzer. Got penetrated straight in the Amarak. Give me some repairs on the T-3045. That's why you should probably not have your tanks just out there without any support. All it takes is one good shell from an anti-tank gun and it's gone. So the infantry pushing up very aggressively here. Those fashion pioneers might not last long. Good attempt at a rifle grade. Good DPM's opening fire now. Like we had a mobile radio area set up there. Oh, Panzerjäger's in trouble here. Shock troopers opening up with their SVTs. Oh, we have some Fallschirm pioneers trying to get behind here. Even some Fallschirmjägers coming up too. Explosive loaded. Oh, and that's a Fallschirmjäger. T-3045 is proven still to be a menace. T-3045 coming up for the shock division. We also have a recon team here for the Soviets, able to coordinate the artillery. Although I think they need to upgrade to actual howitzers here to make use of this one. Second T-3045 arriving for the tank division. More sappers coming into the field to help repairs. We have the Guards infantry is pushing up aggressively, getting away into the base pillboxes. Our Panzerfausting it, destroying the last truck there. So SS Jäger is kinda really back in the line now, but they do have a Panther. And the Panther is a very potent weapon. Probably the best medium tank of the war, and truly the pinnacle of German tank development, I feel. Because it's also what most main battle tank concepts are based off, I believe. Good speed, good armor, and a good gun, all in one package. Overall, it's the most balanced tank, I feel. Driving out rapidly with blitzkrieg tactics. Just if you hold the center here. So this Gewehr 43 to support.
Pioneer Group is ready for action.
Panzer has high frontal armor, but it still needs to be careful. It needs infantry support. And there we go, another 85.
Unleash our soldiers' patriotic zeal to increase combat effectiveness.
So the house is also opening fire again. And one good artillery shell from the sword is all it takes. Missed. We also have the Jagdtiger arriving. Although the flak term is blocking it. Yeah, we now have, that's a Jagdtiger. One of the heaviest vehicles in the whole war. Dumpine is trying to push up to the Panzer 48. Oh, we have. Oh, the Panther's moving up aggressively. High explosive loaded. Oh, clearing out this is. Pioneers moving on the flank here. Panther has to be very cautious. That's double 85. 185 down.
The enemy has destroyed.
That's for J might not survive. Still is. Panther got a good penetrating shot. And Panther 4 got the arrest.
We are suffering vehicle.
And that's the power of the Panther. It helped save them, really. Now, I'm not sure how well the Jagdtiger will do unless there's a lot of tanks, but I suppose we have seen a fair few armor from the Soviets. That's just all been destroyed anyway. The Jagdtiger is very slow and clumsy, though, like most German heavy vehicles, so one has to be very cautious with how they use it. Also Soviet infantry heading northwards.
Unit ready.
Second Sturmgrenadier arriving, probably to be equipped with some Sturmgewehrs as well.
Jagdtiger ready.
Yeah, the Jagdtiger reveals itself. High explosive loaded. Yeah, the chance of assist penetrating the front of the Jagdtiger is exceptionally small. Oh, high explosive miss though. And the conscripts could get close to it here and throw anti-tank grenades on it. But the Sturmgewehrs are coming up. They should just stand still and open fire. Like that. Oh, exhaust damage, but that's about it. Yeah, the Soviets lost too much there. Need to get that Jagdtiger back to get repaired, though. Panther will continue to be a menace here, I feel. At least for a while.
Send orders.
Now, the one tank the Soviets could get to deal with the Panther is probably the IS-2. Which can brawl with the German heavies frontally. Probably not the Jagdtiger, though. The Jagdtiger should probably be able to shoot straight through the front of an IS-2. Panzerjägers on the flank. Shock troops have grabbed the Panzer straight from the ground. Before down. One shot from the Jagdtiger.
Vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
They're probably just waiting for a good opportunity to aim the howitzer at the Jagdtiger. You'll airdrop into the Soviet armor base. Russian pioneers being cut down. Shock troops are pushing up here very aggressively. Boy, the Panzer Sherman called in. Not sure how much action that would have seen on the Eastern Front, but fair enough.
Alert! Enemy infiltrated! Standing by!
Honestly, I'm not really a fan of all the Panzer tanks that some Germans can get, because I'm not sure how much they actually use Panzers in most battles. But someone in the comments can probably tell me.
Adjust! Adjust!
This got a good shot there on the Panzer. That's a grenade. That's got the delayed repairs on the Jagdtiger at least.
Panzer upgrade completed!
So if I'm in the center, but it looks like the Jaeger officer was still present. He's falling back. 185mm. Howitzer shells. Oh, immobilizing the Jagdtiger. Now it's essentially an easy target for the 85. They still have to deal with the Panther though. Second Panther coming in. Now the Panther is very hard to deal with. Double Boider Panzers arriving. What could you do with the artillery there? That's going to be very hard for the Germans to recover, but they are getting Oberlitzers out immediately to repair it. Very back and forth here, I like to see it. 85 coming out. Just lots of 85s coming onto the field. Probably a better choice than trying to save for an IS-2. I suppose load there. Oh, it hit the chain, didn't go off. That's like a graphical bug. Rifle almost killed the guards. They're quickly moving up to try and repair this Jagdpanzer. Oh, he's scavenging. Oh, nice to see. Salvaging, that's good. Ah, he's using a coordinated howitzer. That's good. Much cheaper, you can use it a lot more well, it's not cheaper, but you can use it more frequently. Nice! A good use of the recon right there. You always want to use your recon infantry to, like, spot for your artillery if you can. Several light vehicles also have the same ability to do that. Boider Panzer on the southern flank here. Bit of penetrating. And the Jagdtiger is down to the howitzer. And heavy tanks are once again an easy target if they're mobile. Boot up there. Yeah, almost killing the guards, and then the Fallschirmpanzers might kill them off. Oh, that looks like the guards might get out of there. Another Boider Panzer down. Panther's going in for the kill here on the T-34. Need to be cautious though, you don't want to get too close. The closer you are, the higher chance the 85 has to penetrate. Yeah, like that. You want to fight at range. You don't want to be close. Ooh, 85 missed. Panther has to be very careful and just pull back. Oh, lost its gun! But it's not dead. Needs to get out of there. That 85 is on the prowl. Second Panther has arrived though. But we'll have a chance to save it. Oh, he didn't see it because it has no infantry to spot for it. Because tanks have very short range in their own. He's just pulled that 85, that Panther all the way back into base for repairs. Another Boider Panzer still holding up down here. I think the 85 should probably pull back for repairs as well. Oh, meanwhile, the howitzers are just wrecking the front line. The Germans have lost a lot of infantry here all of a sudden. I guess the Soviets have decided just gonna flatten the park now. They lost too many forces trying to push through it, so they're just gonna flatten it. And what a shame, because the general was probably aiming to have a nice walk through the park after taking the city. Now the commanders will have to relay that to the general that, Comrade General, I don't think you can take a stroll through the park, because the roads are all gone. Fontaviki are trying to push up here. And all this here, the artillery shells has just completely turned this battle around for the Soviets again. They're back and forth. There's double Panther though, and if they can get all these Panthers operational, they should actually be in a surprisingly good position. If they can utilize them. I'm not sure. Might actually see an IS-2 if Professor waits long enough with manpower. Which could be a good spearhead to use again. Oh, one toucher! Yeah, that's gonna force the guards to get out of there. Because the IS-2 will be able to basically brawl with the Panthers. Unlike the 85s. Well, the 85s can if they can get close. Double Panzer 4J coming out to supplement the Panthers. We can only have 2 Panthers on the field at a time. As they are that strong. So the Soviets are just slowly pushing on the southern flank now. The Germans have lost most of the stuff they could have used to defend. Jagdpanzer 4 coming onto the field. This being used as an artillery piece, good to see. The Soviet recon is scouting ahead. Looks like the Luftwaffe is coming in with a brief strafe.
Has killed another infantry squad.
Just 2 Stukas were nearby. Honestly, these Falchion Pioneers have done a good job with the MT-15. Panthers pushing up the 85 here. The 85 is too close, but they did kill the loader on 85 though. Which means the Panthers should win that engagement. Ah! But they get behind the hedge there. Jagdpanzer 4 arriving. Now the Sturmgrenzer are making some brave sacrifices here. IS-2 is coming onto the field, I just noticed. Panzer 4 down. This Panther needs to pull back for repairs. The other Panther doesn't have its gun yet. Not looking good. That Panzer trying to push up here, but it has no anti-infantry capability apart from 1 high explosive shell here. It has no machine guns on it. But the Sturmgewehr mow down the conscripts. Shock troopers are trying to push over. Being armed with PPSHs. Infantry 485 coming down as well. Jagdpanzer needs to change his target. '85 is getting very close here. Yeah, and that's all it takes. 1 side shot. The Germans are slowly losing the battle to the overwhelming might of the Soviet Union. The USSR is just pushing through non-stop as it should. The steamroller is going and you're not gonna stop it. IS-2 has also arrived. And now the steamroller just gets even worse. That's kind of the thing late game with the Soviets if they pick the right commanders. If the Soviet steamroller, as it's called, gets going, it is very hard to stop it. Which feels like a very good reflection of the Soviets in the actual war. Then when the Soviets just get going, they're just very hard to stop. Not that the German players haven't done a very brave attempt, though. Probably done way better than I would have been able to. Here's the IS-2. It's ready to spearhead the charge. But the Soviets are losing many men. But they can just replace them. If you force leading the charge with an officer, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, Panther got a good shot there. Second Panther is ready. Panzer 4J has been basically turned into a turret there. IS-2 needs to be very cautious how it does this. The Panthers, if they coordinate, could deal with it. But the IS-2 is one of the few tanks that can just brawl directly with any German tank frontally. Even the King Tiger. Excuse me. There are some Panzerstrucks on the flank though. A very big threat to the IS-2s to Race all going into the guards. And if the tanks are isolated... Oh, good shot from the Panzerstrick. Getting a good flank shot straight down the IS, forcing it back. And we have a T-345 Ace called in. But the Germans could still turn this around if they utilize their Panthers well. We also have the Dutch SS called in, battle group available if you're playing as SEGA. The 4th SS volunteers. You get them from the radio tower here. Yeah, the Netherlands. Which one they called in though? Probably the anti-tank version because they got a small Pack 36 with them. IS-2 is almost repaired though, and with that rate to Spearhead a charge with T-34s on the flank, they might be able to just pull through. The Panthers are almost ready though. Stellar mines were tending to be late, good to see. You want to use mines a lot if you're playing as Germans to deal with dealing with enemy tanks. Mines is a very important tactic as the Germans. That's also why mines are very cheap if you're playing as the Germans generally. It was ready on the flank. IS-2 is ready. Just need to make the move. Oh, 85's immobilized! Oh, gotten down on the Panther! A Panther's basically dead. It's gonna happen. The IS-2 should probably start moving in. Yeah, but the shock troop is also pushing on the southern flank here. They just need to overwhelm the German position now. They have the opportunity. IS-2's making this move. Oh, looks like the shock troopers have just mowed through a lot of stuff down here. There's a Panzerjäger in hiding though. We're probably gonna get spotted. No, not yet. IS-2 revealing itself with a Stuttgart. So we could probably just push in there and finish it. Those Panzerjägers are probably dead. People say it's gonna open fire. Artillery's landing in the German base. The guards are providing the support they need, and T-34's moving up. Good shot in the Panther. Artillery shells are landing. Panther down, and now the Soviets are pushing in. And at that point, the Germans pull back. They've lost the puck to the Soviet Union, and the Soviet advance seems unstoppable. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.